take a good look at these people. These are regular North Korean people as we were driving into Pyongyang railway station. As Westerners, we must remember that these are people that will be the true victims if it ends with fire and fury over Pyongyang and the rest of the country. It's easy for us in the Western world to forget that we are talking about real people. Regular people just going on with their daily life. Creating a life, caring for their families, loving their children, just as much as we do in our part of the world. I mean, take a look at them. I'm about to go into North Korea, and I've been told that I cannot bring my professional recording gear, so the next few days is going to be recorded on my phone. And then, totally like James Bond, I've got a watch that can record video and audio. My name is Bond, Radio Vagabond. After 20 minutes driving across the river, we were at the border of North Korea. And here we would be for a couple of hours while our passport and our luggage would be examined. And Clara and I, we got the big search.
Yeah.
Before he came, you said to me, "Oh my God, I have this book about Nordic gods. Does she think that is a religious book?"
Yeah, because maybe he just thought that this was like a religion and this was basically my Bible. He started looking through it and I just ended up going, it's a children's book, I promise, it's fiction, not a Bible. And in the end, he did put it down, thank God. And then he picked up my notebook.
Uh-oh, and your notebook, it's sort of a journal, or a diary, but not really.
Yeah, kinda. Internally I was just freaking out, thinking, oh God, what have I written in there?
After 6 hours on the train, where the rural and the poor part of North Korea was passing outside our windows, we arrived at Pyongyang. We arrived to the hotel at around 7 o'clock and got a tour of this huge and pretty modern hotel. There was pool rooms, they were offering massage, spa and a hairdresser. There were swimming pools. When we came to the karaoke room, one of the Australian guys took the microphone and started singing in Korean. And then it was Friday, where we had around 10 stops on the agenda. One of the first stops was the Grand Monument. Two 22-meter tall statues of North Korean leaders Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, the father and the grandfather of the current dictator. It was like one of the most holy places in North Korea.
The legendary horse, which can run 400 kilometers a day.
Besides the Grand Monument, we also went to a school where we were guests in an English class.
Does anyone know anything about Ireland?
St. Patrick.
Yeah, today is St. Patrick's Day, that is correct.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it's the 17th of March. We celebrate St. Patrick's Day, not only in Ireland, but all over the world. And does anyone know what we do on St. Patrick's Day?
Drink.
We do drink, yes.
Pyongyang is in many ways a modern city, but at the same time it's also like a time capsule. We saw modern architecture and modern cars, but we also saw the opposite. And when we rode on the subway, it reminded me of my trip in 8th grade to East and West Berlin, because these trains are actually retired trains from East and West Berlin from then. The stations that we saw were impressive, old, but very beautifully decorated and very clean. It was very interesting to ride the subway in Pyongyang with the locals. We also went to the War Museum, or as it's called, Victoria's Fatherland Liberation War Museum. Here they have an American research ship, the USS Pueblo, that was captured by the North Korean military in 1968. They are quite proud of having that. At lunch we went to a restaurant in Pyongyang, and after lunch 3 girls came in and were dancing and singing North Korean songs. One of the things I found most interesting was just walking around town. This was where we met the locals. We also saw a very militant woman directing traffic. You just couldn't get your eyes off her. It was like a dance. All over the big squares we would see small dots with a couple of feet between them. These are meant to have people stand in straight rows when they have the many military parades. In the afternoon we actually saw thousands of Koreans after work training for the upcoming parade. In the evening we did a small pub crawl to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Here we also got to meet some of the locals. It's obvious that we only got to see what they wanted us to see. We didn't hear anything about street kids starving in the country, and they didn't tell us about their concentration camps. But we did get to meet the locals. We must remember that they are just unlucky being brainwashed into believing that their leaders are demigods, and they truly believe that they are the good guys. These will be some of the victims of an attack of fire and fury, like the world has never seen before. There's a leader in North Korea that from birth have been taught that he has godlike status and he can do anything he wants. And here in the Western world, we have a leader with record low approval ratings that probably knows that a country historically unites behind their president in a time of war. So please, Mr. Kim Jong-un, with all due respect, don't do anything stupid. And Trump, don't say or do anything stupid. But then again, that might be too much to ask. My name is Palabo, and I gotta keep moving. See ya.